The first F-35 Hussarge multi-role aircraft for the Polish Armed Forces has been unveiled in Fort Worth, Texas. This is a modern fifth-generation multi-role aircraft, difficult to detect, designed for air combat, for supporting ground forces and for electronic warfare. The pilot receives an integrated view of the battlefield. On the ground in Texas, in addition to the team from the Ministry of Defense, friendly media, artificial smoke and spotlights, it turned out that in the Tusk government today there are only supporters of the F-35 for Poland. The Polish-American alliance is, as always, solid. We are very proud that Poland and the Polish Armed Forces become part of the elite and join the great F-35 family. It is also very symbolic, especially today when we celebrate Aviation Day in Poland. The F-35 is the best fighter aircraft in the world, and we really need it. Minister Tomczyk doesn't seem to remember his words from the time when Mariusz Błaszczak, head of the Ministry of Defense at the time, signed the contract for 32 state-of-the-art American aircraft for Poland. The aircraft is more expensive than for Denmark, with no information about the training system, no information about simulators and technical conditions. Instead, we have the world's first unique and undetectable offset. In the name of propaganda, we overpay, we don't take advantage of the opportunities, and we don't fully know what we are buying. Of course, I'm disturbed by the hypocrisy of those who criticized me when I signed this contract, and now they travel to Texas to say what a great aircraft it is. Earlier in 2019, during President Andrzej Duda's visit to the United States, after meeting Donald Trump, an F-35 flew over the White House, and in Poland, the discussion about the purchase of this aircraft began. Like mushrooms in the rain, in the ranks of the then opposition, critics of the project emerged. The Ministry of Defense cannot afford such a purchase. Unfortunately, I have been in situations like this. When one of my subordinates proposed such a solution to introduce this type of aircraft into our armaments, he was dismissed from his official position. Now retired, the general and senator of the Szymon Hołownia movement says, "It's hard to think of a better gift that was presented today to all the soldiers who serve in the Air Force." There were more so-called supporters of the F-35 of Poland when 4 years ago the head of the Ministry of Defense, Mariusz Błaszczak, signed a contract with the Americans for 32 F-35A planes for $4.6 billion. The former deputy head of the Defense Ministry from the Civic Platform PSL government, Czesław Mroczek, wanted to refer the purchase of the superplanes to the Supreme Audit Office. These people who 4 years ago criticized everything in sight must now bow low and say that these purchases implemented by Law and Justice by Prime Minister Błaszczak were very good. With the acquisition of the F-35, Poland enters the elite club of owners of this ultra-modern combat machine. There are about 1,000 such aircraft in the world in 8 countries, the closest allies of the United States. The question is, would today's Tusk coalition succeed in joining the ranks of super aircraft owners? The entire Civic Platform is a grouping of the German option, and this also has consequences for defense, because this is a grouping that criticized US orders because it preferred that we buy from the German arms industry. The F-35 is designed to work with other American equipment, such as HIMARS missile launchers, which the Law and Justice government has ordered 500. The problem is that aside from the equipment acquired by the Law and Justice government, somehow there is no political will in today's Ministry of Defense for the Polish military to obtain more armaments from the United States. Radosław Jankiewicz, TV Republika.